So Palantir is one of those stocks that I've been talking about for a while, and if you missed out on it being in the 70s where it was, even the 80s, even the 90s, it's okay, because I still believe that this is a stock that's gonna explode, and I don't think they're gonna be affected a lot by government stuff, because guess what? The government uses their stuff, and that's the beauty of Palantir. And their CEO is amazing. He's doing big things. He's talking about that retail investors understand the stock more than the stock market. And this is the stock that I've personally been stacking up on and doing a lot of my wheel strategy on. And that's exactly what I wanted to show you guys, because this is like a critical time for Palantir, and it's been making me a good amount of money just doing these plays. So let's jump into my desktop real quick, and we could go into everything that I want to talk about. So here are Palantir up to 112. Like, look guys, we're April 7th, we were $74 in a month. We're up like 51% in 3 months. We're up 20% in the past month. In the past week, we're up 19%. Insane price action here, guys. Insane. And the way I've been making my money on this, obviously, I'm first going to give like what went wrong for me with Palantir is that I did end up buying Palantir at 92 on its way down. And I put some of, well, not 92, like 92 all the way down to 83. So my cost basis average is like around like 87. And I sold cover calls at 85 and 88. So like technically when you average everything out, I am going to be up like $1. $1 overall if I do end up letting myself have my shares get called away at the end of like May. But I'll most likely roll out to at least high 90s, 100s, or I'll just roll it out super far out to the like mid 100s, not mid 100s, higher 1 teens. But it'll have to be like a year out just to collect as much premium as possible and just collect the appreciation that I can by that time. But it's a thought process that I have here. So I could either do that and then just keep rolling as I go and continue doing that and use that money to buy more shares or use whatever or buy whatever I want to do. But if you have the cash, this is what I'm personally doing with a good amount of my cash that's sitting on the sideline as well. So I opened up a lot of, I bought to close a lot of my cash secured puts in other stocks. Some of them was like Tesla, some of them was like Sofi, some of them was Nvidia, and I ended up having around like 50K to play with. So last week I actually sold puts, and the beauty of this is that their earnings is coming up. So if you look at like May 9, I'll put May 9, and I did a 101, 101. Like you could see on May 9, it'll be 435. $460. I'm trying to remember when the earnings is. I'm pretty sure the earnings is after this week. ELTR earnings. Earnings date. I'm pretty sure it's this. It's like in May 5th. May 5th is earnings. So you're not going to see May 2. Like May 2, you're not going to see that good of a premium. You're going to get $84. And that's also like 5 days away. And then May 5th is the earnings. So that's going to be into May 9th. So that means you're playing the earnings. And usually that's when you'll see the market move either way up or way down for a little bit. And this is where they price in volatility into the premium. So like I said, I chose a 101 for May 9 for one of my contracts and got $435 per contract. So let's just give you a calculator here. 4.35 divided by 101, getting a 4.3%. Pretty amazing amount of percentage just for 12 days. 4% in 12 days. And I threw out 3 contracts of this. So I actually got paid a little bit more since I did it on Friday, and today's Sunday at the time of recording. I can't remember the exact price, but yeah. So 435 times 3 contracts, $1,300 for like a 12-day play. And then if you wanted to get a little bit more money, you could do the same thing just for 19 days out. 101, 460, delta's 27. So that's the percentage chance that the stock price will go down to 101. And remember, when you look at this, you have to think of whatever strike price you're willing to put. You have to be willing to buy the shares at that price. So let's just look at this again. So let's see, 4.60 divided by 101. And you're actually still 4.5%. So that's an amazing amount of money to be getting in such a short amount of time. And I always compare this to like the 4% people are getting over the year in a high yield savings. You're technically being able to replicate that in a 19-day cycle or a 12-day cycle. Or you could even do the usual May 23. Like a lot of people like doing the 3rd week of the month and see how much premium they could get for that. So let's look at again a 101. 570 you could get for a 28 delta. So 570. Let's look at that. 5.70 divided by 101. You're almost getting a 5.6% for 26 days. That's an amazing amount of money to have. So if you were to do this, like May 23, I would do continue. Yeah, I would want the 3 contracts. And that means like you would see the collateral right here. You would need $30,000, $30,300, and you'd get paid $1,700 to do this. And that's the beauty of covered calls. You're putting the money up for collateral, and you're going to get paid a premium for doing it. And the risk is, obviously, if the stock price does drop down to 101, then you'll have to buy 100 shares per contract at $101. So it's going to be a mindset thing of, do you believe $101 for Palantir is a discount? I think it is. I think Palantir is going to be like a $200 stock eventually. So just because the stock price may fall down to 101, I'd be okay with buying it at 101. I've bought it higher, I've bought it lower, and I've continually done the wheel with this. Covered calls when I have the shares, cash secured puts when I have the cash. And the goal is to always just continue making money off the stock. And personally, even though I love doing the wheel, personally, I don't mind getting rid of the shares come the time of the expiration date for my covered calls, as long as I'm above my cost basis. As long as I'm able to capture some appreciation and I've been collecting premiums, I'm very okay with letting my shares get called away. As long as I'm above my cost basis, I've got to the mindset of, okay, now I get to see the cash in my account. Like, even if I miss out on some appreciation, it's fine, because at least when I sell this, well, not quotes, when I sell the stocks, when I have them get called away, you're selling the stocks, I've officially realized the gain, and that money is officially mine. It's not like maybe value of that it keeps continually going up or going down. The amount of money that I made from selling the stock because the covered call got taken away is the exact value. And once I got that through my head and was more than okay with doing that, my covered call cash secured put wheel strategy blasted off for me. It started letting me play a little bit closer to the stock price for the covered calls, because the feeling of knowing that I'm realizing the gain and understanding that I'm actually making money was great. Is a great feeling to me. Yes, that is a taxable event. or making money and short-term capital gains. But to be honest, the thing that made me fail in the past for trading or just selling options or anything was me being greedy and thinking that, oh yeah, it's going to go up another 1, 2, 3, 10, 20 bucks, when it might not. It might not for a while, so might as well take the wins while you can and keep compounding those wins, keep compounding those premiums. And in doing so, that made me a better investor, a option seller. It just made me better in general with my stocks, with my money, and everything like that. So Palantir is my play that I'm personally using. I'm making around like 1,200 to 1,500 every 2 to 3 weeks with it. Well, for this week, because of earnings, that's exactly what I've got. And I did actually 6 contracts. I did some in my IRA and some in my taxable brokerage. So I made around 3K doing this, 4K doing this already. And I'm going to continue taking advantage of high conviction plays that are fundamentally strong around earnings, because I believe as long as the earnings look good and it's a stock that I want in my portfolio a long time, I'm going to take those juicy premiums, those 4, 5, 6, 7% premiums while I can, because that's how you're going to compound your portfolio. That's going to compound your growth. And that's how you're going to eventually get a portfolio big enough where hopefully you could retire off of. So this is what I'm personally doing with Palantir. And guys, you don't even, like, I've been saying this a while, even though I do mentor a few people, even though I do have a course, even though I have like PDFs and all that, to learn how to do the wheel strategy, just continue watching everyone's YouTube videos, not just mine, everyone's. You're going to learn it. You don't need to pay anybody to learn how to do this stuff. It is very simple. It might just need a little bit of tweaking in your mind to understand it. But again, I do offer those things if you want more hand holding. But again, thanks for watching. You don't even have to like, comment, or subscribe, because I'm sure you will come back again. I'm sure I will see you again. But if you did want to support the channel, support me, help me out with those. Like, comment, tell me what you're doing with your stocks, and subscribe, because I love to see this channel grow and I want to help more people. Thanks guys for watching. I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.